run harder. Yeah, so thank you.
If I could have run harder, I would have. And did you beat him?
Yeah, I flew past him.
You sore today?
Oh my God.
Is that your CrossFit shirt?
That is. You like it?
I don't know how.
You want one?
He called me a pussy once. He was opening a Wingstop in Miami.
Yeah.
So a couple of my friends and I went to the grand opening to like get an autograph. And at UM, the University of Miami, people like throw up the U. That's like the sign. And since it was so close to UM, and that's where I went to school, I go up next to him to take my picture, and I'm like, "Hey man, will you throw up the U with me?" And he looks at me and he says, "I'm wearing a fucking heat hat, you pussy. Why the fuck would I throw up the U?" And we took our picture, and that was it. That's my Rick Ross experience. So we're not really homies.
Me and you have more in common than I thought. Where are you sore today?
My hips are tight. My like hip core area is pretty tender. My legs are a little sore. I thought they were gonna be more sore.
How many workouts left? 2 or 3 or something like that?
I think 3, yeah.
So you're in this situation where you kind of have to do well at all of them so you don't commit suicide. Does that mean you just pace yourself like the leader and you kind of come out of your own game?
No, I don't think so. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Not pace on anybody else. Just perform the workout in my zone, and I don't know. Just keep moving the whole time. I don't think there's any reason to change what I've been doing if it's working so far. I think it's gonna be a good day.
I'm excited. It's definitely not my favorite workout of the games.
So what are you going to do tonight? Eat a lot?
I probably won't feel very good if I eat a lot.
It's good for the heart, for the soul.
It is good for the soul. I'll have something good. I just want to go out with all my favorite people, you know? Like, just want to have everyone. You're invited.
Okay, good.
For real, for real.
Just wanted to know.
I'll let you know where we go.
I think that as soon as this goes over, I'm going to go to bed and sleep for 24 hours.
No, we need to come out with that. We should invite Adnan and Inka too.
Icelandic party?
Yeah. Do you know what I do want tonight? I do want bacon wrapped dates. You read that thing the other day, and I was like, I want that.
You never tried?
I have.
We have it in Power Monkey.
I didn't have it there.
Oh, they are so good. They make you feel good from the start.
Oh my gosh. How are you? See you, Mads.
Have a good finish.
I will.
Bye, Mads.
So many awesome people here. Hey, Katrin. Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Perfect weather.
When I can see the sun, I'm so happy. I love the sun. But this is nice weather. It's like beautiful out. You see the sky this morning?
Crazy.
So pink.
Crazy weather pattern.
We only know the first event, and I'm like really excited for that. That looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, especially jumping over hay bales.
Do you work better knowing what's next, or you prefer the surprise?
I think I prefer the surprise. Yeah, I think that creates more of an enjoyable experience.
Okay, so last question. From the last 3 days, any lesson that you've learned from these games?
I think you always learn something from your competition experience. I can't really pinpoint something right now because like I'm not really focused on the past. I'm just really kind of focused on what this next event's all about. So.
Okay, well, good luck to this.
Thank you.
I think what we've learned in the past few years is being more fixated on what you can control. So in other words, not getting caught up with these superstar names around the place, as you know. It's more about what we can control and what we can do best of. So that, I guess, that comes to clearing the thoughts, having tunnel vision for the race, and not being fixated on what's happening on your left or on your right. And that will give her the best result. And we've found that works really well in preparation leading to the games, especially at regionals. So I think we're just trying to continue that momentum on and then trying to deliver that throughout the whole weekend.
How does someone achieve that? How does someone at home become more confident? Is it spontaneous? Do you have to train that muscle? How do you do that?
I mean, we've been definitely working on this for a while. Like no disrespect to Tia, I mean, I've got to give credit to Tia. She's a very confident athlete. She understands her ability. She likes to push herself hard. But I think working on those 1%ers in order to overcome some obstacles, like just being focused on your race for the entire event, especially on those longer workouts when it can get quite deep in the pain cave when you start looking around. But I think it's just more being fixed on those longer workouts and trusting the game plan is probably the biggest thing.
If you have a tendency to let your brain wander, to come out of your own space, how do you change that behavior?
Nothing dramatic in the way of we had to reprogram Tia's thoughts at all. I think just with strategizing, with pacing and that, with workouts, just letting her know her pacing, leading into regionals or the bigger events, trying to get her to understand what's the best time. So doing multiple workouts, same workout multiple times, but different strategies in order for her to achieve the fastest or best efficient result. I think from a coaching perspective, I'm emotionally invested in her results and her achievements. In the flip side of things, I'm emotionally invested if she's feeling too sore. That definitely sticks in the back of my head, but I've got to think for myself, just keep myself focused that I'm trying to achieve her results or her goals. So it does become complicated from my perspective. I mean, there's some, we have our fun times definitely working out. When I say fun times, we get in a little bit of a debate. But it's certainly, I think from a relationship perspective, I believe if we can do what we're doing now, it'll make life after what we do competing so much easier.
Is there an end to this? Is it win and okay, check and move on to the next thing, have kids or go back to the Olympics, or is it like, are you guys settled and here to kick ass?
Yeah, so definitely. I think we're looking at this as a bit of a career definitely for myself and Tia. We have no short-term goals of this. We're looking at the long term. So even when we're preparing for this game, we're already thinking about the next season, what we can do to develop her as an athlete, try new things already for the next season ahead. But there's definitely no talk of slowing down anytime soon.
For someone who wants to be a CrossFit Games athlete, what advice, as Arnold Schwarzenegger would say, the advice is that you would give them?
Look, I think it's just being focused, like understanding, creating small goals, having a great community around you. It's going to get tough, understand that. Injuries may come, obstacles may come, but persevering through that and you'll be there.
Someone asked me last night, they said, what's wrong with Katrin? I said, what do you mean? They said, well, she's not winning. I said, dude, she's performing amazingly. There's nothing wrong with her.
You're kidding?
The competition's insane.
Katrin's a phenomenal athlete. Man, we're still watching, from my perspective as a coach, I'm still definitely watching her. She's definitely on our radar. She's a competitor. We're not ruling her out until the final moment.
And nothing is wrong with her, right? I mean, her scores are fantastic.
Man, are you kidding? Like, if you see her prepare, warm up, she's still dialed in, focused. She moves well on a treadmill right now. She's smooth, she's agile. She's got a strong mental game and her coach is phenomenal, so I think they're doing well.
The leader clothes are cool, right? It's cool that they did the pants red.
I think so too. I like the gold on it. I reckon it's like just pops a bit.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So yeah, we're going to have another 5 minutes and then we're going to warm up, okay?
I'm not sad.
And I'm sure you're not.
I was like, everyone's going to think I'm crying because it's a running event, and I'm not. I'm not.
Why was she crying?
She's just happy. Yeah. She's just done everything that she's really wanted to this year, and through all the adversity and stuff that's happened for her, she's come out on top, and she's just the best she's ever been, and she's just crushing life pretty much. So she's just really happy and content.
I think you're a great runner.
It's a little harder for me. It's got heavy legs is all. I'm a little bit better at sprinting than constantly running, but that doesn't mean I'm not trying. I'm not terrible. It's just in this field, you just have people that stand out. I'm talking in that element, I guess.
She says that, but she got 8th in Murph last year, so.
Yeah.
I have been subtly accusing you throughout the day yesterday of not going your hardest.
Yeah.
You made a huge statement in the last workout.
Yeah.
So you completely know what you're doing.
Yeah, I hope so. Kind of. I kind of just been following my gut and just, that instinct, I don't know, it just tells me to go or not go, pull back or stay, and what's going to be smart. And I'm just aware of what's going on around me as in the way of the whole weekend, and and I'm just taking it one moment at a time. So I did have a little bit of a plan. Like there were certain things I knew, but like my plan is based off the workout and what's gonna get the job done. And then in the end I made the call. I was like, look, I can push here, and this is gonna help me out. If I'm a bit tired or sore from it, like I can come back from this and it's gonna be okay.
When do you get your braces off?
Like real soon. I probably would have had them off like now, but it just worked out really bad timing that I came here early, but I needed to come here early. If I had been home for a little bit longer, like they'd probably be due to come off right now. So I'm hoping within a month or so when I get back, and I broke them like a couple of days into being here, so that might have set me back a month or so. But then hopefully when I get back, they'll finalize that and then I'll get the damn things off. I'm still glad I got them because there was a lot of stuff that needed to be done that was like jaw stuff. That's the only reason they're still on so long, is if they've had to just go backwards and forwards trying to correct something that was there for so long. It wasn't about straightening teeth. So I've prevented myself a lot of pain in the future, like, you know, when I'm in my 40s or whatever, like having migraines and stuff like that. So I'm grateful I did it. Like it's a couple of years, it's no big deal. Like they're annoying, but it is what it is, and there's a lot worse.
There's 4 or 5 of you in the female division who appear to have a chance to win it. Where's the male competition?
I don't know what's going on with the guys, but the chicks is epic. Like it's that much more satisfying to have a battle. Like it's stressful and crazy, but it's fun. Like we're athletes and we're competitive, and it is really cool to have a battle, and you just don't know what's going to happen, and you just got to be willing to see it through to the end and keep putting in a big effort because it's not over till it's over.
But these guys have no chance of winning. I mean, how do they go on? How do they push?
It's not about the win though. It's like, you know, the reason I'm crying right now is because in my eyes I've already won what I wanted to win. You know, like first place is one thing, second, third, like podium spot, whatever, is another thing. But it depends on how you define a win.
And when you say you have what you want already, what do you mean? You made it to day 3 without injury?
No, like there's a whole lot of things. I don't really know what it is. I don't know how to explain it. I just did it my way, and I just did it. I've trusted myself, which is huge, like as a person, to gain that understanding and that trust in yourself. Like I just said to Maddie, like, it sounds lame, but I just feel like, I don't know, all of a sudden this weekend, like I've just evolved. Like I've just grown into this new part of life, and it's like that'll never go away now. Like, and that's really cool, and that's a massive win for me, and that's what I look at. I thought it would always be more about the first place, and it turns out that it's not, because I'm happy right now. I'm still going to chase it, don't get me wrong, but but I'm happy right now. So it just depends on why people are here. I don't know how many times in training I've gone, I don't want to do this workout. I'm not going to do this workout. It's fucking stupid. I'm too sore. I'm too tired. I do the workout and I say I'm not going to try, and then I do it and I figure something out. And I'm like, if I hadn't done that workout, I wouldn't have figured that out. I could have gone home right now, but instead I did the workout that was put there for me, and I figured something out, and I wouldn't have known that, and then I wouldn't be here where I am right now. So if it's not for here, it's for your kids or some other part of your life, or maybe the business you own or whatever it may be. Like, there's still so much more to gain than just a placing at the CrossFit Games. I don't know if you want it to be.
You're pretty flexible.
Yeah, I'm pretty flexible. Just chilling down here.
Where are you sore?
If you really want to know, I got kind of sore thumbs. They've been warming up, which is pretty good, but from that hammer thing. I got a rash on my butt.
From the bike?
Yeah. And it got like, those little booty shorts didn't help it. It's just like, so I've like put cream on, but other than that, I'm pretty good.
Did you have the cream, or did you have to buy it?
No, the medics gave it to me.
It's just some ass cream.
Just some ass cream. Yeah. 3 different kinds.
4 of the 5 guys in the bottom heat are from California.
Yeah.
And the other guy who's not in the bottom heat has 2 last place finishes. Garrett Fisher. Is that what the hell is going on with that region?
I don't know.
Should have Dan Bailey stayed there?
Maybe he should have.
Don't get angry.
I'm not angry.
Is the competition that not as stiff in California?
No, I don't think that's it. I think that the games are just different, and it's been, a different experience, right? So, I think.
Is there a curse?
A curse? there's no curse.
I mean, you can make excuses for all of them. Carol's a rookie, you're a rookie, Josh is old as fuck, and that other guy, Rizzle or whatever from Invictus, took 7th, really.
I think the games events have just been different. They've gone different for everyone, you know? I mean, I don't think you can say, like, oh, it's just one region, they didn't do well. Like, you look at our times at regionals, and they were comparable to all the other regions, so.
They were. Will you come back here next year?
I have no idea yet.
Will you try to come back here next year?
I don't know yet. Let's finish this weekend first.
Tell me about the best part of the experience.
Besides Savon, the best part of the experience, I mean, the level of competitions is completely different. I think that's a very good thing to learn, and the speed of the stuff is different. So I think the best part is that. I mean, obviously the venue and the show and all that stuff, that's pretty amazing. Like, you don't find that anywhere else. But as far as like an athlete, like learning what that competition feels, or this level of competition feels like, I think that's the best part.
Are you having fun?
Yeah, I am having fun, even though I'm getting my ass kicked.
Are you sore?
Definitely sore.
Where are you the most noticeably sore?
My like quads, IT bands, my forearms are pretty sore from that double banger event. I think everybody's just like got destroyed on that. Then like general soreness and like my back and lats and stuff, but definitely like legs and forearms I think are feeling it the most.
Is your family here?
My brother's here.
Is your wife here?
No, she started her residency this week. So the exact day she started Monday, so she couldn't come.
Wow. Wow, so you're over here chasing, she's like doing real stuff and you're over here chasing some sort of fitness.
Yeah, exactly. She's working for real. I'm not. I'm out here having fun.
Are you ready to go home? Are you like anxious to be like, fuck, I need a hug from my wife, this is a beatdown?
I am looking forward to being done with the weekend. It's been a long week. I mean, we were here Monday, and we had stuff Tuesday, Wednesday, and then the stuff finally started Thursday, so it's been a long week. So it's ready to be done.
The Slater carry, 400 and some odd pounds. When you walked out there, were you just like, holy shit, what am I getting myself into? Like,
well, honestly, like they didn't let us warm up, so we had to stand back there for 45 minutes, 0 warm up, because they were like, oh, first heat of men have to be out there, no warm up, so no pulls on a deadlift, nothing. So I knew that trying to probably pick that thing up first wasn't the best idea because they just didn't know how heavy weight felt for the day. So I did the yoke first to just warm up a bit, and then actually walking with the Slaters was fine, but trying to hold them, like my grip was just so shot that I could barely like keep them in my hands, longer than 5-7 feet or so.
have you lost weight this weekend?
I don't know, I haven't weighed myself, probably.
What's up, Savon?
I know what you guys do.
What do we do over
you
here?
You guys were just subtly chanting my name, Savon, Savon, because you're like, fuck, why doesn't he come over here this morning?
No, you want to know what we were actually talking about?
Yes. Who's taller, me or Jeff Patzer?
Yeah, that's...
I think you got him.
But how many athletes actually listen to their coach when they're telling them something? Because I just watched a few people, and I was like, are they actually listening to what their coach is telling them, or are they just like, nah, they don't know. I got this better than them,
I wonder that too about camera guys. How many of them are actually listening to the people they're interviewing?
Like Mike, he's walking around doing nothing. See, look at him. He's over in the corner texting.
Oh shit, he is. Mike, Dalton,
You're supposed to be video.
get back to work. California Regional, we have Josh Bridges, Jeff Patzer.
Are you talking about the people under 5'5" or what?
No. I'm just kidding. We have Josh Bridges, California Regional. We have Josh Bridges.
Yep.
We have Jeff Patzer.
Okay.
Garrett Fisher, who also came from California, who has 2 losses in 1 games. 2 last place finishes in 1 games. Have you ever had a last place finish?
No. Not.
Probably some that were close with some.
Is that a problem with the? Here, I'm gonna throw out some options out there. Do you think like that maybe just the games are so different than the regionals? Do you think that the guys from California are on drugs? Do you think that the regions are designed poorly? Do you think that it's just a coincidence?
Well, I mean, I think the tests from
going on?
regionals to what it is now are 2 completely different ballparks. I mean, there was no barbell at regionals, so I mean, like nothing heavy to get. Not taking anything away from the shorter, lighter guys that made it, but like if there was a heavy barbell, how would they have done? Like would they have still qualified? But I mean, that's the name of the game. I mean, you just got to be able to prepare and do everything at each level, the open, regional, here. But I think that's what's so different about the games is everything comes out. Like, and it's a bunch of random stuff. It's always heavy versus regional sometimes isn't. So I'm not saying if that's why the California boys are doing that, but
choking.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. How would you do, Savon? How would you do out there? Do you think you would take dead last? Or do you think you could beat somebody?
If there was going to be a workout that I could do, if there was a workout that I could do,
Annie,
it might
double
be this
unders
one.
and sit-ups.
No.
No?
No.
What do you want? Like,
it would
air
have
squats?
to be. It would have to be air squats and like strict muscle ups.
Okay.
Or maybe handstand push-ups against some of the bigger guys. I can
30, 20, 10 air squat, 5, 3, 1 strict muscle up.
This is stupid. I can't beat anyone here. I can't beat any of the judges here. But so you think it's just a coincidence? You think it's bad programming? What is going on in California?
I don't know, Savon. I'm not gonna get too far into that.
Noah Ohlsen asked me, "Do you do CrossFit?" And I liked Noah before that.
I believe you do CrossFit, Savon. I believe you could beat some people out here.
Why don't you want to talk about...
Do you think you could beat Russell?
No, fuck no. Do you know how fit Russell is?
Yes. We're trying to see if Savon could beat anybody in here.
No,
in a workout.
Russell, that is not what we're doing. I'm trying to ask him why the California boys are choking at the regionals if he's trying to change the subject.
You should challenge Curtis Bowler to see who can pick up the heaviest thing in this room.
Oh, yeah, right.
I think you do okay.
Let's start with that backpack
One
over
thing
there.
you got is a strong right hand grip.
You do. I'm not sure if it's from holding the camera or from what.
Why don't you want to touch the California question? You think it's offensive? You think it'll hurt someone's feelings?
They're dropping the ball. What do you want me to say? I mean, I don't know how else to say it.
So it's just a weak region. It's just a weak region because it's either the programming.
Why don't you pan to Ben? See what Ben's got to say about that.
Okay. Ben, we have 4.
Why are you kicking him over to me? I don't want this guy in my face.
Just hear the question. 4 of the guys in the California region are in the first heat. The guy that's not in the first heat, Garrett Fisher, has 2 losses here.
Two what?
2 last place finishes.
2 losses. That's what they're called now.
What happened in that region? Is that the easiest region in the world? Are the boundaries wrong? Are they like?
Are they on drugs?
Yeah. Did they drink the water? Is it the programming? Like, what is going on with that
Probably
region?
the water.
You gotta plead the fifth. You're just getting set up for just disaster. Right.
The questions.
It's a great question, though, don't you think? For the fun?
It's a very, very, very good question, but I don't think you'll ever have an answer for it.
No.
What would you base it on? Just
this guy's taking one for the team.
Just like sheer performance. Well, the performance says that it would be the weakest, but would you go back to the region and look at their times during regionals and then compare that to the rest of everybody and say, it's a different test?
That's really where to go next, right?
Right.
Like, if I really care, I should go back and look and be like, oh shit, well, they actually beat it.
Right.
Yeah. What's your job here?
I'm Ben's coach this year.
And
substitute, actually.
What happened to the real coach?
It's the med school. It's a long story, actually. But
if you were going to try to make it to the CrossFit Games and you could go to any region, which region would you go to?
Oh, I know exactly where I'd go. South? I think I'd move to Texas.
That's a good dude.
Yeah.
You had a good coach.
Yeah.
She's gonna kick me in the head.
No, I gave you a fair warning. Yeah. I got long legs, I don't know.
So it's on me now.
We'll see how much space we have.
Just try and avoid the braces. They're so ready to come off.
I'll take them off for you.
Okay. Sorry in advance. Are you eating sultanas? What? Oh, raisin. You don't call them sultanas. No, raisins. Raisins. haven't had one of those since I was like in school. You know, you get those little boxes
fun in
back.
these little boxes.
So then you just like.
I remember staying with her in Boston, and I felt like I was starving the whole time because she eats salad for like every single meal, and I do not get enough calories out of a salad.
Stuff in your salad. You're gonna put like rice and sweet potatoes and it's like a family
I didn't
size
feel
salad.
like it was very fulfilling meals.
Okay, Andy didn't tell me she was starving until like day 4 either. I was like, go get more food.
Well, I had my bars that I just kept on eating in between meals. I'm like, what is she, like, how does she not need to eat more? She told me she's keeping like, how many calories do you eat a day?
Somewhere between 2,007 to 2,900.
Okay. Yeah, maybe it was 3,000 plus category.
Mine's like the high, like 2,900.
Yeah, same.
Big days, yeah.
Oh, like 3. I'm a little heavier. Not right now. I'm light now. Yeah, I'm heavy. How much do you weigh?
Like 148.
Yeah, I'm like 152 right now.
Oh. You're light, huh?
I don't know what it is in pounds, but I would probably be about 59 kilos.
Yeah, I'm like 10 kilos more than that.
Yeah, me too.
You're 10 kilos more than her?
No,
Oh, 10 kilos more. I was like, oh shit.
5.
That is very true.
Thanks, Mom.
I remember I felt like my thighs were like the size of Kara's calves last year. I was like,
if I was a little taller, they'd be like not that big. They're just too big for my height. Danny. Emily. China.
If you don't like high-fiving when you're in games mode, then don't high-five. You're under absolutely no obligation to do any of that stuff, okay? So I just want to make sure that you guys are clear, understand that. Thank you.
They're not obligated to high five who? Dave when they go on the course?
Dave probably should high-five Dave.
Oh yeah, right.
Because there's the cutest little baby right there. And I was like, go kiss that baby.
Yeah.
I can't believe I pushed you that hard.
I like fell into the crowd. I was like, shit, she's strong.
I was like, oh, my bad.
Did not expect that.
I don't know, I guess it must have been hyped or
Yeah,
something.
it must have been. Little adrenaline.
I always hear, good luck, Tia. Like in that really like nice kind of voice. And then when I hear everyone screaming your name, I hear, love you, Sara. Love you, Sara.
I'm like, I love you too.
That's different. But yeah, I was just gonna say, you say I love you, or you're like, thank you.
Yeah, like,
it's like a good looking guy. You're like, should we know each other? Hey.
Hey, I love you too.
On one of my
number.
pictures from the regionals,
Are you doing
like somebody had like commented on it.
Sorry.
I can't believe I used to date
so
her.
that was for you.
I like look at the guy and I'm like,
Yeah.
you don't even live in the UK. I've never seen you before in my life. You're like saying that you used to date me. Okay, delete comment.
Was he a CrossFitter?
Yeah, he was a CrossFitter, but he was like saying that he used to date me.
I know, that's a very interesting strategy.
that for years.
I was like that. Delete.
That's almost a block.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
You're too nice, Sam. You're too
I
nice.
changed my real last name to Bergeron.
Strike one.
Yeah. It's Reed, your last name, and then
Reed's
you just
my last
added
name.
his.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you don't just have to take his name. You can also have the same last
Well,
name.
I changed my real last name to Bergeron.
Oh yeah.
I just
Okay.
put
So
it
that's like your middle name
for this.
Yeah, I see.
What's your last name?
Reed and then Bergeron.
How can we all know you as Tennil Reed? Did you just get married?
Yeah, 4 months ago.
Oh, congratulations.
Thanks.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Pregnant?
No. Maybe after tonight.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to do it if it's
Tyler goes, because I've been walking around naked, obviously, around him. He's like, you can't do this to me. I'm tortured.
Are there judges on both sides of the hay bales, or how does that work?
The judges have to like jump over them too, I think.
Sounds really crowded.
That's what I heard.
Oh man.
Now, if you're talking about Katrin Davidsdottir, who is so far out of the points contention for first, she needs these girls to do well, but she also has to beat them at the same time. She needs to put as many people between her and Tia-Clair Toomey as possible. She's got her first shot here on the last day of the 2017 Reebok CrossFit Games as we're underway with T2 of 2. No surprise who's leading the way on the run, and it's Samantha Briggs. It's a long event, but since it's broke up between a long run and a short sprint here on the field, you're going to have to race both of them if you want to win this event. Tia-Clair Toomey sits in third coming back to the field behind both Briggs and Holta. Doing a fantastic job to start the fourth day. This will be a good win for Toomey as you see Cara Webb making her way back into the field as well. But Sam Briggs has 1 rep remaining after she hops over this hay bale. And sound the siren because engine number 13 is kicking off day number 4 with the win. This is big for Tia-Clair Toomey. If she can beat that 18:08 time of Thorisdottir, she'll be good for third in the event. Tennil Reed-Beuerlein will have a nice recovery after a couple of struggles. Still good for fourth in the event.
Yesterday I asked you if you were going to take your shirt off for the thruster muscle up event. You said no, you didn't want the bar to slip. And like 30 seconds in, I look over and your fucking shirt's off.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? It's gonna get hot in here. I just had to take it off.
Next time, let me know in advance.
On go, you're going to run off in the end zone, go around the course, and you come back and you turn at your name. No cutting corners, all right? What happened on the first heat of women is a bunch of them went that way, all right? So you finish your work, you go straight to your name.
How's it going?
Going good.
Yeah.
3 minutes, 20 seconds per round?
3:25. Or, no, 3:20. You're so good at math.
An engineer and an accountant.
I have a calculator at work. I'm not very good at math.
I never learned my trigonometry identities.
Never even learned how to say it, apparently.
Because I was like, I got a calculator right there.
Remember when they're like, you won't have a calculator with you all the time, and now we all have phones.
How much has Mat Fraser loosened up over the weekend?
Mat Fraser is a different person today than he was on Friday.
Do you think the insurmountable lead has anything to do with that?
I think that lead has a lot to do with it, but I also think Matt has to win each event in his mind, not just the games overall. So I think he feels like he can win today's events.
Finn Smith has made his way back into the top 10. Scott Hanchek, he was well outside the top 15 early on, now all the way back into the top 5. Day 4 is now underway with men's event number 11. Race the run, and unfortunately, race the hay. There is no pacing necessarily involved. What I mean by that is you can't run slow. I'm not saying go out to a dead sprint, but if you want to win, you're going to have to run faster than you want to. Making their way back to the stadium, Cody Anderson is the first one to the field, but Ricky Garrard started in lane number 12, and he's actually gone around Cody Anderson to lead the way as they step back up onto the platform. And Garrard will be out in front by a pretty decent margin, getting to that 100-pound sandbag. Garrard's actually the only one out here using those gloves, and they can help with some grip as well, because with a 100-pound sandbag, it's not like the D-balls that they had at the games last year or the 150-pound ones they had at regionals. You can just grab and throw. Ricky Garrard won cyclocross in impressive fashion. He's doing the same to start day number 4 and way ahead of second place in the point standings, Noah Ohlsen. And the pace is picking up for both Bukowski in blue, Vellner in gray, Fraser in white. They're all working on their final rep. Give the edge in the position of Vellner in second. Fraser will be in third, and Brent Bukowski will finish fourth in the event. But where is Noah Ohlsen? You see the destruction of athletes that have finished this event. And this is just the start of the last day of competition.
I don't know. Good job, Matt.
As soon as you caught up, I was like, motherfucker.
I know.
Come on.
I was like, Matt, it's okay. You can give me the points. It's okay. It's okay. Good job, Bjorkman. It's good. That was a good push. That was good. closing a little bit every bag. I threw the first 2 like way too far.
Yeah.
So then I was picking it up like.
have to carry
So then
it.
I was like playing it close and almost missing. And yeah, I could see you closing like every rep.
I did a time trial. It was like I ran 1 lap
And like way too fast.
so I did 1 lap at 43 seconds. I was like, no, that was too easy.
Yeah.
I ran the next lap at 37 seconds. I was like, no, too fast. And then
Tried
the
a mile
one time
too.
I tried a mile time trial, but I was on a 200-meter indoor track. And so then
Yeah, because 45 is like, it's a minute and a half split. You can do that pretty comfortably.
Well, so I did 40. Watch your feet.
Thank
There
you.
go.
40.
Yeah, so I did 40 and held 40 every lap. Like I didn't deviate.
Like when I run a flat out 200, it's like 28.
But
holding 40s is fast.
But I haven't done a mile time trial since.
Yeah. You don't have to. After that.
Not you said 43 was too easy? What was too fast?
37.
37 was
2
too
years
fast?
ago.
What was the sweet spot? Was it right in the middle?
40.
40?
When
Did you look at your lap times here as you were coming around?
I didn't look at the clock until the very end.
Really?
After the first round, I looked for a clock, didn't see it, and so then I just never bothered looking again. Savon, I feel like I haven't seen you all week, man.
I've been giving you your space.
That's not like you.
It's not. Someone threw a water bottle at Noah Ohlsen. He didn't see it. You pointed it out to him. I'm walking backwards. I almost trip over a cord, and you pointed it out to me.
Yeah.
You're observing shit on a level that's like much different. And
I try to be aware of my surroundings and help where I can.
have you always been like that since a kid?
No. I wasn't a nice kid.
You weren't?
No.
What's that look like? Like magnifying glass on bees, or pick on other kids? Or? What sore this morning?
Just that scrape. It's sore right now from the hay because I kept like shoving hay in it.
The way the track was,
Where did that happen?
As I rounded the last corner, I could just shoulder check and see
I was
where
in a
it
strongman event.
So I had enough gap, which I think I was one of the faster guys hurdling.
So say your name the proper way for me.
How did you say it?
An Aussie told me it's Ricky Garrett.
Ricky Garrett.
That was a massive lead.
Yeah. I was nervous going into that, so I knew I could take it. When I know I can win something, I get pretty nervous. Just that pressure on myself.
What made you think that you would do well? You like jumping, you like running, you like lifting heavy?
Running, burpees, light sandbag, but more the running. It came down to the running.
You didn't say light sandbag, did you?
Medium light. Yeah, I knew it was going to come down to the run, and run's my forte. So I knew it was there for the taking. I just had to put in the work and convince myself that I could do it, and execute it exactly how I wanted it. So, yeah.
How's the weekend going overall?
Yeah, really good. Had a bit of a mishap last night. Just a few no reps. Judges can't do anything about it, but it felt like it was a bit harsh. But that fucked with my head a bit in the thruster workout. So bombed out there a little bit, but I think that's fueled me for today. So I think stuff happens for a reason.
When you say you got over it, does it just go away, or do you have to talk yourself out of it? Or
yeah, it's just time. Give yourself half an hour to dwell on it and get out everything you want to say, and then just move on. There's nothing you can do about it.
This is your first CrossFit Games?
Yeah.
Are you surprised at how well you're doing?
I am surprised, but I've put in enough work, hard work in the last 12 months to deserve to be where I am. So just to know that work I've put in is paid off and put him in the position I am, I'm just stoked with that.
When you say enough hard work, it's what does that look like?
Yeah, so I work 8 hours a week, and the other 40, 50 hours is training, recovering, eating, sleeping, chiropractic, float tanks, cryotherapy, just, commitment, ice baths, salt baths, stretching. Got home gym, got my brother's gym. It's my life. So I see it as a professional sport now. If you want to be the best, you got to treat it like you want to be the best, and you can't go in with, I should have done this, should have done that. It's 100% or nothing.
When you see someone like Matt who's so dominant in the sport, does it make you think, okay, I'm shooting for second, or are you like, nope, I'm coming back next year and winning this shit?
I'm gonna give it all I got for the rest of the day, but yeah, he motivates me, and
keen to come back next year and give him a real run.
So his performance motivates you, it doesn't demoralize you.
Yeah, it motivates me. Yeah. 'Cause I know I can do it. I know I can take him down. So yeah, another 12 months doing what I'm doing. Yeah, it'll be a good show.
There was a snatch workout, and you guys were on platforms across from each other, and he was taking some jabs at you.
Oh, he hit 275 in the warm-up, and I went over to check it out, and he's like, "That's your PR, isn't it?" And I was like, "Not anymore. You watch me."
Does that make it fun?
It's rivalry, but it's part of the sport. You got to take it head on, and embrace it. So no, I love it. Fuels me.
And obviously, if he didn't respect you, he wouldn't be talking to you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure we'll chat after the competition, but for now, it's in the end we're rivals. So bring it on.
If we deal with any kind of hay, you'd be full suited, pants, flannel, bandana, it's just everything.
What's hay? Hay is basically just anything dried?
Yeah. Well, you could have like the green alfalfa, or you have just straw, and straw's just like super dried out. It was good it wasn't alfalfa, because that shit just like stays in the air.
Didn't you win one of the events?
No. I fucking pulled a rookie move and thought it'd be really cool to hit 315 for the snatch instead of just big dick and Garrett Fisher on 306, but whatever, get second.
How did you get so good at the snatch?
I got really fat in the off season. I was like 220, and I got really strong, and then just kept that strength throughout the season. Dropped a little bit of weight.
You're not concerned sharing that secret?
Oh no, dude, burritos all day. That was my diet in the off season. Burritos, lots of ice cream, not a lot of breathing hard. I didn't think I was gonna win or get second, but I knew I'd be able to throw up 300.
Does that transfer to the clean too? Do you have a good clean?
Yeah, my clean's not terrible. Really depends on how the legs are feeling with the clean. Our front squat's not the strongest, but I can always hit 365.
This is your first CrossFit Games?
This is, rookie year.
And how many times have you been to the regionals?
I've been 3 times to the regionals. I'm from the South. The easy region.
Speaking of the easy region, do you think it's weird that the California regional has four of the guys from the California regional are in the first heat?
No way. It just really comes down to how healthy you are going into the event, and then like how the events are for you. A lot of the events for me were like, dude, just finish. If you finish, great job. So it comes down to events, and then how healthy your body is coming into the event.
Is your family here?
Yeah, family, a couple friends, a couple clients are here.
Do you have a CrossFit gym?
I don't own one, but I work at one, yes.
Which gym?
Zero Machine.
And where's that at?
It is Chandler, Arizona.
Oh.
Cool. Yeah, so this weather's awesome.
Yeah. Did you do that?
I mean, I guess I knocked it. I didn't notice it was there.
All kidding aside, is there any truth to the fact that the coach, when he has 2 athletes and we're in the final day, he sticks with the one that has a better chance of winning?
I'm going to disagree with that.
That's what it looks like to me. I've been with you for 30 minutes and he hasn't come over and said a fucking word to you.
I know, look at him.
Is Travis over there talking shit?
No, not Travis, but someone was.
It's all good.
Noah's in 4th place and Travis is in 9th place, and I was just hanging out with Travis for 35 minutes and you didn't say a word to him. Is that because like he has no chance of winning, so you're investing all your time in the guy that's...
He was on the bike before I sat down with him for like 30 minutes.
In higher placement, so there's no truth to my theory?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Ask Trav.
I did, I asked him. I think I got in his head a little bit. I think he feels a little neglected.
You put some...
seeds of dissension.
That's all right. There's resentment in a relationship's always good. Makes it stronger. Or breaks it up.
No, what was your coach telling you? Sharing with you? What were you discussing?
When? Just now?
Yeah.
I asked him if he believes in me, if we can still do it, and he said that he does. So just gotta go out and fucking bring out the lion.
That's some hardcore coaching.
Is this mine?
No, wait, what was happening?
He's using me as a demo. Here, put these here, put this here.
There's only one of those Mark Pros and Noah gets it?
Travis is Noah's training partner. See this? I'll remember that.
She said that she was gonna pull her pants down in the Coliseum and show everybody whether or not she was wearing pants underneath and whether or not she had a bush. And I said, I feel like she probably would. And she said, why? And I said, I don't know, maybe it's a redhead thing.
No. You didn't say it is. I feel like all redheads have
Didn't say
a
that.
big bush. You just said that. Travis Mayer can corroborate.
Are you really going to pull your pants down?
Well, yeah, I'm going to pull my pants down to work out. Middle of the Coliseum.
Do you have goosebumps from that story?
No, I have something else.
Whoa.
You know what's interesting? Well, the world is like masculine and feminine energies, but like we're competing to be the fittest, but they're finding some dumb game, a water bottle flip challenge. Panchek just won. He's the most masculine in the room right now, or out of that group.
Is he having like a testosterone surge right now?
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta get a little higher.
Water bottle bitch.
All that talk. Just talk the honest.
Okay. This will be my crowning glory.
You know what I'm doing right now?
No.
Shooting B-roll.
You should be going into Castro's office. That's what you should be doing. Giving us the inside scoops, man.
I want to go in there and say hi to him.
I think he wants to definitely get 2 more events in.
Yeah.
And I think that'd be the only way he'd be able to do it.
Yeah, I can see like first half of 4, you do something, then you wait.
Do you remember the Cinco's event?
Yeah.
Something like that. Or when we did the thick and quick into double grace. It's almost better because you're like, you don't have to come back and think and cool down and warm back up again.
Keep stuff right.
It kind of feels like one workout, even though you get points for 2.
Any guesses?
No more hay bales, I hope.
Yeah, probably no more hay.
Yeah.
Some rope climbs.
Did you have an allergic reaction to the hay?
No. It was fun, but had enough. It's alright.
What do you think, Jeff?
Rope climbs, maybe some SkiErg, handstand push-ups.
Oh, it's a real fan favorite, that SkiErg.
Do you see that team event they had a couple days, like yesterday, where it's like toe to bar pull-ups and SkiErg, and it's like 6 people doing everything at once for every team. It was
101
pure mayhem.
How did you have time to watch this?
It was just on in the back while we were waiting between events.
Right now, all the bars out there are yellow. Do you want a men's bar out there?
Yeah,
6
Paul
and
needs a
6
men's
and
bar.
5.
Paul and
Survey says rope climbs, SkiErg.
All right, throw the lights off. Let's see this thing.
Lunges?
Come on out of here, guys.
It's not lunges.
First of all, I'd like to apologize. Not actually to you guys, but to your legs. You will be squatting some more. Yeah. Here's what's gonna happen. You are gonna start on the pad, just as Graham Holmberg, former champion. Give it up for Graham Holmberg! And Jen Smith, 3-time demo team member. Honorary co-captain of the demo team this year because she's been on it 3 times. Touch the metal at the top. Doesn't that look great? Men are going to do 10 calories on the SkiErg. Women are going to do 7 calories. Let's get loud for these guys. Get your
Graham Holmberg.
Then you're going to take a 155-pound bar for the men and a 105 for the women, and you're going to start overhead squatting. 10 in the first section, and you'll do another 10 in the second section. Go ahead and rest. Then you'll have a 1-minute rest where you'll go back to the rig and you'll repeat that sequence again. And this is your 4th round, right? And you do as many as you can until you hit, flip it, a total of 75 reps. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. But that's very, very tight. It's almost close. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but it's very, very tight when you're done in 2, 2, 2, and 2 to get 75 reps done in that time. So the final round, the 4th round, is actually 3 minutes of work time. Are you guys excited? Good. This one's going to be fun.
How long have you guys been working on the bike?
2 years.
Why does it take so long to make something new like this?
Well, we make it all in-house, so with our own engineers, and we test everything on ourselves, and just takes that long. We're not that big a company, and we want to make it right the first time. I mean, we have Model A's and Model B rowers that are almost 30 years old that are still in affiliates being used every day.
What else are you guys working on that'll be out in another 2 years?
Being a small company and taking 2 years to do this, we're probably going to take a little break for a while, but we don't have anything right now. But we also make oars, so we go back and forth, the fitness side and then the on-water racing side. So we're not sure. When I get home from here, we'll see what they're working on.
Where are those bikes made?
In Vermont, right in Morrisville, Vermont.
So, you do your 2 rope climbs, you hop on the SkiErg. I don't have the SkiErg drawn up because I can't draw very well. At the 2-minute call, you're going to leave your barbell where it is on the field and walk back down. If you get 75 reps, great. Put the bar down, go over the barbell as always, and end up on the finish platform.
So I could do 3 overhead squats, put on the back rack, walk forward, snatch balance, 1, 2, 3, drop it, walk forward, snatch balance.
I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
All right. I wouldn't do any more than that. I wouldn't do like singles or something.
If you want to snatch balance your first rep, you can do that. Okay? Yeah.
So you get 15 overhead squats the first round. Your judge will then just start counting at 16 on the second round?
Well, it's very easy. The bar is just going to wait where you are, and yes, the judge is just keeping a running tally the whole time. So again, the easiest thing to focus on is that you just work here.
Joe Westerland sent it to me. He made it 6 out of 10.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Does that mean Ben's not a real coach?
It means I'm definitely
Not
not
until
real.
he gets like a scraggly beard and some
like shaved
glasses.
sides. Maybe like a tribal. He's missing a tribal tattoo.
Tribal tattoo. That was suggested.
Nice and tall, that allows you to go fast, so that's good. Okay? Same again. Get the feet set as you, yeah. If you're gonna snatch the bar up, get the feet set so you don't have to step, yeah.
I'm curious to see how I'll go holding onto that damn rope though.
Hands fatiguing?
Oh yeah, it's just that thumb thing from the hammer. But we're all in the same boat, so if they're getting up the rope, I'll get up the rope. Hopefully.
Overhead squat?
Yeah, it's cool.
So you love that?
Yeah. I like SkiErg.
When you hear the timer go 3, do you just drop the bar right there, or do you try to sneak one more in?
Depends where I'm at and how I'm feeling. I'll just see how I go. Yeah, I don't think I'll make that call yet. I'll see how my body's going.
SkiErg, do you do that? You have one of those at the gym?
I like it. Yeah. Doing well.
You know where you are and relative where you have to go. But I'm great. I want to finish this, but I've just got to keep grinding away.
It's more about the grit and being able to keep putting in the work rather than moving mega faster.
Okay.
Is the sugar in your bag? I want to mix you a little bit of sugar on top.
I just had a little bit of
You had it already?
Fuel for Fire.
Okay, if I can have a little bit, if it's that,
Yeah.
you're just going to swirl your mouth before you go out there.
Yeah. There's chalk out there, Ryan. Yeah.
Of course there is. There's always chalk out there, and that's like the first question you guys always ask. Because of the TVs, you're hearing like the TV over here. Yeah, but when you're on there, it's just one beat. Yeah, it's confusing, but.
Damn, Lucas, I'm impressed that you had that just like at the tip of your tongue. That was some good.
Yeah.
Have you heard that question before?
No, but I've had the same kind of issue. I was hearing multiple beats
Double
and stuff
beats.
like that. Yeah.
Guys.
these athletes are definitely experiencing some leg fatigue after all the squatting they've done throughout this competition. We'll see if it has any sort of impact on this event.
And the points leader, Tia-Clair Toomey, she is efficient with a barbell, but can she hang on to that points lead here in this one?
Well, she's going to have to hang on to that and hang on to this rope with that 20-foot climb. And sometimes it's a lot easier to chase than be chased. So Tia has to look over her shoulders.
The chase is also on for the third and final podium position at this point in the competition. That currently held by Tennil, Reed, and Thorisdottir, just 12 points back. It's Carrie Pierce leading the way out of the rope climbs. Second and third to the SkiErg are the only two-time female champions in Games history.
Davidsdottir coming out so aggressively. She is well down the leaderboard when it comes to having another shot at repeating, but there's still opportunities to maybe crack the top 3.
You've been asking for it all weekend. Where's the Katrin we saw in 2015 and 2016? We see her again in event number 12. Points is all that matters right now. Thorisdottir to second. Sara Sigmundsdottir right behind, but it's Cara Webb.
That's not right. She was in the 72 box. I don't know if the judge just didn't move her forward. I'll have to see what the total rep was.
Something is amiss here, and it could have major implications. And Tennil Reed-Beuerlein in the background of the screen is in dead last. What we don't know is how many points Cara Webb will get because of a controversial finish.
Now the judge did tell her to finish.
One way or another, an Australian's leading the way as we come out of event number 12 on the women's side.
Controversy aside, is shaping up to be an amazing finish to this Games.
Who's gonna win the women's race?
I got Tia.
Cara Webb.
Cara Webb for sure. I got Tia.
Let's hope for Sara, but I think Cara's gonna get it.
The overhead squats, like someone like Cara Webb, it's got fantastic movement for her. She's strong on the rope climb. She can just do work, so ski or row or assault bike. She could just put out the work in there. And then the deal was just that when you get to the bar, the goal is to get to the bar fast, and then you're just gonna keep moving till the end. And that's the deal. And there's no other choice. If she wants to be where she wants to be, that's the work she has to do. So I think she went in feeling confident despite the overhead squats, and she looked great on those. The best overhead squats I think I've ever seen her do, so very happy.
Anyone in the field, right? But you've got to be calculated on your way up and then slap that bar. Yeah. Don't leave anything to doubt. Yeah. So on the way up for you is the focus, right? Yeah. Focus, calm, breathe.
One time I'm gonna punch it into your face. Just once.
Wait till like a new models come out.
Yeah, I'll make it. Yeah, let me know when it's the most expensive camera you got. No, I want the most.
Make it like a big show.
I want the most expensive camera you got, bro.
All day.
I thought Ricky's a nose biter.
Nose biter.
Was throwing that too bad.
Find a Holyfield in that boxing match.
Yeah. But that was just an ear.
Tyson, yeah.
Yeah. I'm talking about the whole, just the tip.
What did you say? Nothing bad, bro. Just talking about if you're in a fight, you'd probably just bite their nose off and just rip it off their face. I reckon just between the start of the ski and then just a few overhead squats between now and before you go out. Why don't you just stick to your original plan with the fucking technique we're going to do.
Good
throwy technique. Yeah. If it doesn't work, second one you change it. If it works, stick with it. Alright? Simple as that.
Yeah. I can get it when I'm fresh.
Yeah. And then that will put you in a good spot for that first round.
Yeah.
Getting to those 30 reps.
What's the time? 10:58? Alright. Oh, something like that.
I just barely finished, Matt.
Barely finished. 1:45.
I want to win every event. And that's, if you don't have that in your head, then don't plan to win an event. But, you know, and
some people I think do come to just compete. And Dave said it best in the first day in our dinner night. He said, if you're not here to win, go home. And that should be the mentality of everyone. You gotta go in with the mindset you're gonna be successful if you want to be successful.
1 year ago, we were blown away by the dominance of Mat Fraser. His lead already this year is larger than the final standings gap a year ago. He's up 198.
If you want to win, you're going to have to push the pace of the squats in this round. There's no pacing, there's no gaming. Get the work done, but make sure you do it with clean repetitions. Do not get sloppy in the overhead squat position.
At the top of the rope climb, the athletes must touch the beam. Also on the descent, they have to get both hands beneath the black line and still maintain control of the rope. If they don't, that's a no rep and could destroy their chance of fitting any overhead squats in during any particular interval. Virtually the entire heat got to the bar at the same time. They were all separated by only about 4 seconds. But the first man to take a step forward is Noah Ohlsen.
He loves to go out fast, and he'll go out fast early. Noah Ohlsen needs to get some points back in this event.
Well, these athletes haven't had a whole lot of time to strategize. Most of our analysts have said pace is going to be the key. When I asked Noah Ohlsen about it, he said this is a sprint. He is looking at this as an opportunity to possibly finish in 3 intervals. But when Dave Castro said it's impossible for anybody to finish this in 3 intervals, the look on Mat Fraser's face said challenge accepted.
And he's ahead of the pace mathematically. You need to average 25 reps per 2-minute section to get those 75 within the first 3 rounds.
Fraser actually changing the damper setting before he starts on the SkiErg.
Round per round, you're going to have to adapt as things change.
Ohlsen is fading into the background in terms of his shot and the lead battle. Mat Fraser and Brent Bukowski, rep for rep. Noah Ohlsen got a no rep on the rope climb, and he no reps again as he comes off the rope, and this could be the end of the road for Noah Ohlsen's podium hopes.
What is it in you that keeps you driving, even though the title of fittest on earth is probably yours?
Athletes up here, athletes up here. Bring it up nice and close and hold right here.
7? Is it 7?
You heard of me?
No.
7.
7. Like in Seinfeld.
I don't watch that show.
You don't watch Seinfeld?
No.
Check. Remember those? Let me know when we have everyone.
Thank you so much. Kowski, Smith.
5 parallel handstand push-ups. He's going to come back to these really big kettlebells, and he's going to do 5 deadlifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to go back to the wall. Don't worry about advancing them. I'll have them do that. You don't have to. And he's going to do 8 handstand push-ups on the parallels. 2, 3, 4.
Called that.
The last 2 are
5, 6, 7, and 8. He's going to go back to the wall and do 13 handstand push-ups. 12. 13. He's going to come over here and he's going to do 13 kettlebell deadlifts. Go ahead and take your time.
Take your time.
9. 4 more. 13. Let's give him a round of applause.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right, Dave.
We tested your overhead stability with the barbell and the squat. As soon as this is over, we're going to test your overhead stability with 2 kettlebells and a lunge. You finish that, pick up the kettlebells, get them overhead, both of them, and lunge 89 feet across the floor.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, baby.
Party on, man.
Party on, guys.
Let's see it now. Let's do it.
Let's hit those quads just one more time.
I want to win that. Redemption. It's a good one. I don't know if you saw me do that in 2015.
It'll be fine.
Matt, can you climb me up? Let's go, Matt.
Previous event, the protest that I made about, I was just wondering if there was an accurate time meter, or you just put me ahead of Cassidy Lids.
No, we went with the judges' stopwatch, and they had you right at the top of the minutes.
Okay, I was just wondering, because I think someone else finished like less than a half a second before. Okay.
No, we deferred to them.
Okay.
They're usually within, half a quarter a second. So
Right.
they should be right.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for bringing that up too. That was a great catch. So, just for your information, what happened when you cross the first time, the chip reader's kind of weird. It'll start taking a series of times, and so when you cross the first time, it'll give you that time. Then you came back and crossed again, and so there was not clarity on which was the accurate one, so we didn't match up with the score.
Right. Okay.
Good catch.
Thank you.
Detail, give it to us. Right. Take that. Come on. Confidence, man. You fucking got this.
Listen up, let's talk it through really quickly. Final event, 100-point event. It's always handstand push-up, deadlift, move your kettlebells. Okay, say it with me. First we're going to handstand push-up, then deadlift, and then move. You got it, okay? So handstand, deadlift, move the kettlebells. Questions on the handstands? The deficit is, I think it's 14 for the men and about 11 for the women.
With lockout, it's like, you know how some people kind of arch?
Yeah. The lockout that we're looking for at the top. So this is not locked out at the top. This is looking up.
Money shot. Looking for that $5 tip.
You said the 13th deadlift, we said it back down, move up, move forward.
I haven't got there yet. We'll get to that in a second. So on the deadlift, start on the ground, they finish locked out. Make sure you lock out the knees and the hips. You see this a lot, hunched over at the top. You also see this a lot at the top where the knees are still bent. So make sure you lock them both out. Minimum work.
Finish the
You want to be
workout.
on the podium at the CrossFit Games. You must complete 2 rounds of this to get to the podium. Okay? 2 rounds of the handstand push-ups and deadlifts.
So once we finish that 13th deadlift,
Question. Can the kettlebells touch on the overhead line?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Adrian, I have a question. Why would Cara Webb, of all people, ask what the minimum wage?
It's a great question. I don't know. I can speculate. I can speculate that she's had neck issues in the past. Handstand push-ups of this depth, especially, are going to be really hard on the neck.
I would say more so for other competitors, not for herself.
Come on, big boy!
Like if this is tired, then I can go to this.
Yeah.
So I need the 2 of them to be cooperating, and then I can sync that up and get that shot.
Yeah.
And then I can pick some heavy shit up, and then look good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kara,
Yes.
was that I found that question to be very odd that you asked.
The minimum work requirement.
Yeah. Is your neck okay?
My neck?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
why?
everything okay?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm fine. Do you want to know a little secret?
Yeah.
It wasn't my question. Mat Fraser made me ask it. I'm throwing him under the bus right now. He's like, can you do me a favour? Can you ask what the minimum work requirement is? And I'm like, yeah, of course, but why? And he's like, because I look like a dick. And I'm like, all right, I'll take that hit for you.
I'm really confused.
I don't know. I was just helping him out. He needed to know. Maybe he's just curious.
But he wants to win the event.
Yeah, maybe. But I'm glad I asked, because then when Boz said, oh, the minimum requirement for the podium is this and this, I'm like, well, that's something I'm considering right now, aren't I? Everyone probably thinks I'm just going to do a terrible job. Hopefully I don't.
It's pretty much whoever wins, wins.
I can also drop down a fair bit too. Yeah.
So you could win or not make podium.
Yep.
What a fun place to be in.
Yeah. The universe is testing me, and I had a feeling that this was going to happen. They're my two worst movements.
I feel like you're strong inverted. You've just had some...
No, I'm not. Oh, I'm not terrible. Like I'm better when I can kip, for instance. I'm not even. It's not even bad. There's just a lot of people that are a little bit further ahead, just for whatever their background reason is. I'm a lot stronger press. I've got a strong press when I'm the right way up.
When you're on your feet?
Yeah. When I'm on my feet and I can use my legs to stabilize me with a strong base. When I get to that lunge, I'll die trying. Yep. I'm just going to take it one movement at a time. That's all I can do. The first instinct is like a little bit of fear. It's, you know, you just care. And then I kind of had a moment, I'm like, look, I'm dealt the cards that I'm dealt, and I just got to play them the best I can. There's really nothing more that I can do than that. And I just have to have peace in that. And I've said that for real this whole weekend. I wasn't bullshitting. So I've just got to stand by that one last time and know that then I'll be okay. I'll be okay at the end of it. It's just sport, but I just got to go down fighting.
These flags. These
yeah, I brought them with me from home.
That's badass.
Yeah, I just repped in the country. I thought I'd put two on since there's two of us up there.
People back home who used to be in your camp.
Yeah.
Have they texted you? Has anyone texted you from the camp?
No.
And said, hey, fuck yeah, we're rooting for you, we're watching you. You haven't got any...
No. The people who stuck by me, or the new people that have come into my life have, and they've been very present and very supportive. Aside from betting on me, that's a bit cheeky, boys. And I'm in the chat and they're talking about their bets. Anyway, the people that unfortunately fell away because of changes that they didn't cope with, no support whatsoever.
It's a long way away, maybe it takes a while for the text to get.
Maybe. Let's go with that, hey? There's a lot of channels though to get this, you know, to get a message across. There's a lot of ways. My mum posted a little notebook all the way from Australia that said I love you in it, handwritten. So.
Who else is here besides Maddie?
It's just us. Yep, it's just us this time. And then everyone back home is the good ones. They're making themselves very, very known. They're very present. They're kind of here with me, like along the way. But yeah, otherwise it's just us two, just winging it, doing the best we know how.
How long have you been doing CrossFit?
Probably like 4 years. I used to be in the army, and then as I was getting out, one of the guys actually made me come along. From then I just fell in love with the sport. So
he's the fittest firefighter in Australia, according to the CrossFit Open Service category.
There's not a greater authority in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that is the authority.
Yeah, that's it.
It's badass.
He did it real well.
Do you know Dominic LaRue?
I met him this weekend through Gara, yeah.
Okay, cool. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. Yeah.
I was on Team Well with him back in the day, the first invitational I ever did.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Will you do the invitational this year if you get invited?
Yeah, I'm sure I will. Yeah. Unless there's something random that prevents it, but
like you were pregnant?
Pardon?
Like you were pregnant?
Oh, jeez. Whoa.
I'm just throwing it out there.
No
like
comment.
Giving,
no comment.
Better than saying it like you were injured.
No accidental babies just yet.
Is this the first time you guys have been next to each other?
No, I don't think so. We pretty much stayed next to each other. Reagan ditched us last time, but she wanted to come back, so she purposely, didn't do too many rope climbs.
Good luck.
1, 2 with that hexagon at the front. I'll just practice a kick up first. Let's see. I feel like I'm really close because of this. Actually, it's not even that close, it's like it's blocking me. Does that make sense? Like I'm going down, it's like...
Maybe I'll get some.
Is that how deep it is?
Yeah, I think that's approximately how deep it is. It's okay if I just warm up anyway.
It's pretty much dead on there.
What's going to be different about having these dumbbells though?
This head's going to be smaller.
Oh. Yeah. I still feel like I'm really close to the wall.
Let's let's do some deads. Yeah, start warm up and then also make sure we get the overhead lunge, particularly the mobility.
Good job. Yeah, crush it.
She had 2 rests on the lunges. The others had Regan Huckabee got 1 line away, and then she crumbled, and Kira had more rests. So the lunges were better as well. They are all unstable.
Are they unstable? I thought they were okay.
Top hold.
That's like miles too low.
That's really low.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that was like...
That's high.
You got some 25s instead of 45s or whatever? Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. That looks good.
When you pick up the deadlifts, they just press your upper back more than you expect. So when you go to lunge, you just don't have anything here, That was the only thing surprising about it.
Just gonna go out there and do what you can. It doesn't matter. You fucking already achieved more than you ever wanted to out of this weekend, So you can just go out and give it your best.
Yeah.
3.5 days, 12 events. Despite all of that, it's virtually win and clinch the games title for 2 athletes in our final heat of women's competition at the 2017 Reebok CrossFit Games. Tia-Clair Toomey leads Cara Webb by 6 points. That is the difference between first and second in our point structure.
The Fibonacci Final. You have parallel handstand push-ups, kettlebell deadlifts. Finish that off with a 90-foot overhead walking lunge. You got to think back on everything that was tested up into this point.
The CrossFit Games are a test of fitness, and the goal of the CrossFit Games is to poke holes in these athletes' weaknesses, find out where they are not so strong.
And at this point, it's all Australia and Iceland in the top 5. One last test, 6-minute time cap. Do not expect these ladies to need it.
We don't know how well Cara can handle this movement.
Jamie Green leads the way. The entire field is virtually within a rep of each other.
This race is going to come down to that 90-foot overhead walking lunge.
Annie Thorisdottir, first one through the 3-round portion of the event, as Tia-Clair Toomey is trying to hold up Cara Webb. The 3 Icelandic daughters leading the way. Annie Thorisdottir trying to hold on to a podium position. She drops the kettlebells. Sara Sigmundsdottir looking like she wants to go unbroken. And Katrin Davidsdottir Toomey in the background sets the kettlebells down. Cara Webb is still moving with hers. In a back win for Sara Sigmundsdottir. Annie Thorisdottir right behind. She will be on the podium. Who will have the #1 spot? Tia-Clair Toomey, 6 points ahead of Cara Webb entering the event. She just needs to finish ahead of Cara. 5 feet remains. 1 year ago, Tia-Clair Toomey, the first person to be an Olympian and a Games athlete in the same year. She's struggling to finish it up. Cara Webb right behind her. Can Tia still hang on? They are neck and neck at the line to the podium. Cara legs are out. Oh my goodness, what a finish. 19 hundredths of a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2017 Fittest Woman Alive is from Australia. Your 2017 Reebok CrossFit Games champion is Tia-Clair.
I'm actually really happy. That's why I'm crying. I'm not even sad.
Ever since I started CrossFit, I know like Cara, Webb, and Annie, just they were like everything, and so just to be right next to them on the floor. Oh guys, sorry, I'm a bit overwhelmed right now, but it's just so nice, and I don't even know what I'm saying right now. It's so good.
I've been holding this in all weekend. I've been staying so composed. Is that it? Is that it?
2 points.
Second?
Yeah.
Good job, Cara. Well done, Tia.
Congrats, girl. Congrats.
When you had that first no rep, I was like, uh-oh, and then you did so well. Great job.
I started on top. She even started no repping me on top before it went down. Which is why I just stopped for long.
Yeah, well done.
Where's my phone?
It's in my pockets where it belongs. You have very little battery left.
I know. When Andrew comes here, maybe I can get his charger.
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
Hey! Oh my god, are you retired? Oh, good job. You have so many more years to go. Like 100 times better. This is way better. Oh, I did it. I was like, no, we did it. Like, it's honestly been such a team, and I'm also feeling, hey, thank you so much, man. Congratulations.
Oh, so good, man. I'll ask you one more. What does it mean to you to be the first Australian to take it?
Oh, so much. It's just, you know, we're really proud to be Aussie, and so to be able to fly the flag on the top of the podium is just unreal, and also to have Cara right next to me, and you know, she pushed me through the whole weekend, and it's just incredible. I'm sorry to be a pain.
It's okay. Listen, you've earned all this, so enjoy it. I'm going to have to be a pain and you're going to enjoy all the guys. Congratulations. Just on the stairs, the other five.
You said quick fire 3.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
He's still crying.
Three-way tie. We go to our next season. Patzer, Marquetti, and Grove.
Love you, bro. Thank you, man. Lift it. Did the judges say I love you? He did. He loved me. Hey, good job, bro. They're competing with me. There it is.
That's one, boys. Last one, baby. That's so much fun. A lot of fun.
Oh, man. That was so much easier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. You had a good attitude the whole time.
I said I would.
I know. You did a great job.
Thank you. It's going to be a nail biter, though, the guys' final heat. Real nail biter on there. 1-2. Who's going to come in first?
Scott, balls to the wall, unbroken?
No.
No? The deadlifts are heavy?
No. I just got a little bit of a strategic plan that I think hoping pays off.
You can tell me about it?
Huh?
Give me a little hint.
I won't be going unbroken, let's put it that way. But I'm gonna have extremely fast transitions. And then if I feel good at the end, then I'll try to hold on and go for it. But I would rather get there and feel good than be failing to get there.
2015, it was some parallel handstand push-ups and some heavy kettlebells that ripped a first place position out of Mat Fraser's hands. This is his redemption workout. It's not about the rest of the athletes on the competition floor anymore. It's about asserting a dominance that we have never seen at the CrossFit Games in its 10-year history.
Last year, we had a rookie on the podium in third place in Patrick Vellner. Ricky Garrard currently holds a similar position in his rookie year out of Australia. Brent Fikowski was 2 points short of the podium 1 year ago. If he finishes 12th or better, he doesn't even just get on the podium, he gets second place. Mat Fraser basically won the title just by waking up this morning.
Oh, not so fast, my friend. There is this thing called the minimum work requirement. Mat Fraser must complete 2 rounds of the handstand push-ups and deadlifts to be crowned the 2017 Reebok CrossFit Games Fittest Man on Earth.
Goodmanson in the lead, just ahead of Noah Ohlsen on his kettlebell deadlifts, but Mat Fraser is pulling into the lead.
Mat Fraser isn't going to just sit back and let people finish ahead of him. This guy will fight to the end, regardless of it's 2 points or 200 points.
And that might be the first time I've ever seen him smile in the middle of an event. Soak it in, Matt. The most dominant performance of all time. Something tells me he might try to make this unbroken. Only Rich Froning has multiple men's open division championships. Mat Fraser was considered Rich Froning's heir apparent when he broke onto the scene in 2014. He lost to Froning that year, finishing second. He lost to Ben Smith, another one of the all-time CrossFit greats, in 2015. In 2016, Mat Fraser made a declaration that he was here to be one of the greats. In 2017, he makes that declaration again with an exclamation point.
This is what I work for all year, you know, the whole year, for this weekend, and it's this crowd that gets it going. You know, I feed off them, they feed off me, and that's it right there. That says it all.
WTO, hard work pays off. It does for a second consecutive title as the fittest man on earth in the most dominant performance in CrossFit Games history. Sam Farber, Amanda Grant, and everybody on our talented broadcast crew will bring them away. We'll see you next year. Right back here in Madison, Wisconsin.
Next year, you gotta stay positive, right?
Be mad at anyone for getting beaten something once, but if they get beaten it twice, they deserve to fucking lose.
For sure. For sure. Hey, prepare for next year. Prepare well.
I'm sick of being so damn close, man. Trying to see where I finished up. My lowest tier goal for the year was to do better than I did last year. I really feel right now, at least, that there was nothing that I could have done differently. Like, I don't think I made any mistakes. I went as hard as I could this morning on the run. I was leading on that workout. People are gonna say that I came out too hot, but that's not the case. My grip just blew up. I mean, there was nothing I could do about that. It's not like I did the rope climbs too fast. Everybody did 2 rope climbs back to back, and my hands just went numb. So that was like a physical reaction that was out of my control, unfortunately, which is frustrating. Top 5 would be cool. I think I was pretty close. Awesome.
Where did you finish last year?
15th. I'll take it.
And what's the best you finished?
5th.
And before today, what was the best you finished?
8th. Man, if I literally would have taken like 10th on the overhead squat workout, which I for sure had the capacity to do, I'd be on the podium. Another cool thing, I get like a consolation prize if they do the Invitational again this year. I think I'd be on the Invitational team, and I think that'd be really, really cool to represent my country.
What do you have to do to get on the Invitational?
I think they do it in order from each country. So it's the top 2 US guys against the top 2 Canada guys. So I'll take it. Those people are cool, man. I always try to do my best to sign things, take pictures when people want to, because I know in however many years people aren't going to want to do that with me anymore, so I may as well do it now, you know? Right? In 10 years, people are not going to know who I am walking down the street. What's up, Shay? The weird part is I felt good coming in. You know, Thursday set me back pretty good. I don't know if it was just me, like, you know, fighting my way back, you know, because of the stomach thing or whatever that happened. I didn't feel bad, but I didn't feel myself, I guess. So, I don't know, like, other than that, you know, there's definitely, it's funny, what the CrossFit Games does is tells you what you think you're good at, you're not good at. It's really what it does. Because these guys are lifting heavy and running fast, which is so impressive. So, and then you know what you're training. You know, you're like, okay, I think I'm doing it right.
I tried to concentrate on like shorter, faster, powerful workouts. I thought it would pay off. It did not. So, got to go back to the drawing board with that. And get stronger, you know? It's just crazy, man. These guys are getting so good. Like, last year I was impressed. This year I'm, like, blown away by the competition. It really was. It was just, like, mind-boggling how strong these guys are and how fast they're running, how fast they're doing workouts.
Is Fraser better than Rich ever was?
In my opinion, no. Rich is right now the greatest in our sport to ever been. And it's going to take a lot to convince me otherwise.
So is there something you want to tell Josh?
Yeah, I do. No, I got something I want to tell him. He thinks you're too old and I'm too old and you're washed up. That's what he thinks. He thinks age is just bold move. We'll
see how it plays out next year.
Dan said to me, he said...
whatever he's about to say is a complete lie. You know that.
Do you know what's going on with Josh?
No, I didn't. He's like, you know what's going on with Josh. Answer the question.
And I gave him a few ideas, and then I came back 24 hours later. I'm like, whoa.
You talked to me. I asked you.
You fucking asked me what's going on with Josh? You're the one who knows what's going on with Josh.
You know, we talked about it.
It's the sunset of an athlete.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's a transition period.
The changing of the guard, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see about that, Tadong.
Will you go to Masters next year? You'll be 35 years old.
No.
Because Kyle Kasperbauer's too good?
Is that who won?
I don't know, but
Kyle first, Neil second, Spieler third. Who would have guessed?
Demo team?
No. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Fuck no and fuck you.
I was asked once.
You were?
At 15 when I didn't make it.
And what did you say?
I respectfully declined.
When you go to bed tonight and you write in your journal, what are some of the things you're going to what are some of the things you're going to put in there?
Questions to ask myself in 2018. BTF.